Well, back and forth. Feel like you had your chances late to get this one.
Well, there's no doubt about it. You got plenty of chances in the game, and we just didn't get the big hit when we could have gotten it, and we felt like we had clearly the right guys up at the plate. With bases loaded and Drew Cali hitting, he's been about as good of a hitter as we've had, and unfortunately he didn't come through right there. You got to tip your hat to the guy throwing 96 miles an hour out there for them too. That's not an easy at bat, and we came up a little bit short, but really competitive series against a very good program.
Take home the first two, lose the next two. Just your overall thoughts from the series against a really good program like you just mentioned.
When we got good starting pitching, we won 2 games. When we got bad starting pitching, we lost 2 games.
Coach, you've had 2 back-to-back games with the starting pitcher, like you just said. They had a struggle with their command. How do you address that as a team?
Well, I don't think it's a team issue. I think those things are individual issues, and to be worked out, between the player and the coach. To where, those are just things where when we look at those and we watch those, you're talking about one of those 2 players has been a tremendous performer for us. The other has been a tremendous performer now as a freshman through scrimmages, and so not quite as long of a body of work. But you're not talking about 2 guys that haven't been able to do it. Both of them have been able to do it, and one of them's been able to do it at a really high level. And so I'm sure they'll get back on track. Coach Angier is fantastic at what he does. That's going to be a big piece going forward for sure.
Got a sense of what you'll do with your pitching on Tuesday?
No, we haven't even talked about it. No.
Nice to see Tanner Smith snap out of his 0 for extra base hit streak.
Yeah, shoot, he swung the bat really well. There were some ducks that really swung the bat well. Jacob Walsh had a couple of clutch hits. I even think, Drew Cali didn't get the big hit there at the end with the bases loaded in the 8th. But, man, I thought he had swung the bat well all weekend, and he swung the bat well now for 3 weekends, which has really been encouraging. I thought Sam Nowitzki coming off the bench swung the bat very, very well. Josiah Cromwick, I thought, caught well. It was a good game. It was one of those somebody had to lose. It was unfortunate.
And Nowitzki playing just because Grant needs an off day, standard rest, or?
Well, Nowitzki's a good player. That's why Nowitzki's playing. I mean, we've got a lot of good players, and we're trying to get guys in to keep them fresh and going. And as you saw today, Sam made a tremendous play diving to his left today, and had very good quality at bats. Sam's a tough kid, one of the team leaders, and a really good player as well.
You mentioned Cromwell catching. How close or not is he to Jack in terms of how he's handling himself behind the plate?
Well, I think he's done a great job. One of the critical plays there in the game was the strike him out, throw him out situation. Joe does it. He's been swinging a good bat. I think that he's handled the pitchers very well. He's blocked. He's done all the things that are required for an elite level catcher, and he's checking all those boxes.